Hello again everyone, and welcome to another update from West Blyth Model Railway. I thought in this video, rather than keep taking the camcorder on and off the tripod, I would just take a series of still photographs and just put some words to the video to let you see where I'm at with things. As you can see from the title, I've gotten the first 4 frames of the run-up road, the push-up road for the staiths built. This first one that you can see now is this frame is slightly different to the other ones in as much as it's got 2 support uprights extra than what the other ones have, which you'll see. This frame is positioned under the girder bridge, which leads away from the upper reception yard sidings where the full wagons is pushed up onto the staiths. As I say, this supports one side of the girder plate bridge, which I still need to do some work on. This frame you're looking at now is there's 3 more, there's another 2 more of these frames rather, and that's all of this type of frame that there will be for the staiths with the slanted legs. I think I set the legs at about 80 degrees or something like that. The rest of the staith frames up onto the staiths themselves will be straight up and down. There'll be 90-degree supports, and there'll be more of them as well, which you'll see in a later video when I get one of them built. You'll see what I mean. Now, I was quite keen to add some of the metal work that is on some of the images that I've got of West Blyth staiths. Excuse me, those metal strapping and bolt and nut heads and things like that, and sort of large washers, which I was keen to try and replicate on the staiths. As you can see there, I've put a couple of strips of microstrip on there, which is connecting the lintel to the frames. In this next clip, you can see I've added some of the simulated nut or bolt heads, and I've sort of glued these on at different angles so they're not all uniform as though they've been turned or loosened or whatever. And they were simply glued on with a pin flow applicator and some EMA plastic weld solution, which glues them on very well. The stuff that I used was, I think it was 0.5 by 2mm strip for the strapping, and it was 0.440 by 0.40 square strip as well, the evergreen stuff. As you can see here, I've got the 3 remaining frames joined together now. You can see the lower and the midway longitudinals that run across, joining each frame together. The only things that's missing from them is the diagonal longitudinals, which you'll see in a moment, in a couple of frames time. This next frame coming up is just another view of the metal work on the wooden frames. You can clearly see the metal strap in there, and the bolt heads with the washers behind them, securing all the various timbers in place, the cross frames and everything like that together to to give the structure strength. They were just glued on, all of those were just glued onto the bolts I would, just using PVA glue, and they seem to be holding fine. I haven't had any drop off or anything like that. This is a side view of the same 3 frames, just showing the lower and the midway longitudinals that run along the sides of the staiths. All the other frames will have these on as well, but they'll be at slightly different angles, with the remainder of the frames being 90-degree supports instead of the 80-degree slanted uprights that you can see there. So as I say, there'll be a slight difference in those. As you can see in this picture here, I've added the longitudinals, the diagonal longitudinals, which link each frame together from more or less the top, middle and bottom of each frame to give added strength. These are actually included in the on the full size staiths and that, so I was just trying to make everything as realistic as possible. It's just thin balsa strip again, just glued into place and held by dressmakers, sorry, not dressmakers, hair clips, spring-loaded hair clips. And this is another shot of the staiths again, just from a different angle, just to give you a rough idea what things look like. I noticed on some of the images of the full-size staiths that some of the cross braces where they bolt onto the lintel at the top, the wood is actually split on them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do some of that as well, extra detail with a modelling knife. I'll just cut some pieces out to simulate the splitting in the timber. Now this frame here, this is the first one that you've seen. This was the one that was in the jig. This frame supports one end of the girder bridge when I eventually get that finished. I've got a 4-plate girder bridge at the moment. I'm not sure whether I need to increase that to a 5-plate as the full size was. It all depends on the empties road coming from the staiths, because as it comes down the side of the staith, it turns at the bottom and goes into the lower reception yard. So I need to get that sorted out. This is another shot of the same frame. As you can see, there's more metal work added onto that. You can see the bolt and nut heads going through the bottom and midway supports, as you can on the cross bracing as well. And you can see the strapping as well with the bolt heads on as well. As I said, none of them were glued in the same sort of orientation, so they all look slightly different. They're all offset at different angles just to give a bit of added realism. This is a shot of the 4 frames together. Obviously I can't join the loose frame there onto the other 3 until I get this empties line sorted out from the staiths, and I can't do that until I make a start building the staiths themselves, which hopefully won't be too long. I think I've got all the balsa sheet I need for the decking and everything, so it's just a case of getting cracking with it and getting the track plan sorted out for the staiths, which I'm hoping to try and keep as realistic as I possibly can. I won't have 4 sidings on the staiths, unlike the full sizes. I just won't have the room for to be able to do that. So I'm hopefully going to look at 2 or 3 roads for the wagon storage. But anyway, that's the staiths frames as they are at the moment. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video, and I'll speak to you soon in another video. So thanks very much for watching. I'll speak to you soon. Cheers. Bye.